In this video, I'm going to be going over one of the most prolific and best chili or pepper plants we're growing this season and that is still growing now. So let's get started. So these chili plants or pepper plants that you see here are actually not from this season. They were actually from the previous season. We planted them last season and they didn't give us much fruit that year, but coming into this year they produced a lot of fruit because chilies are perennials, and here in New Zealand, or at least where we live in Auckland, the climate is warm enough and it doesn't get much frosts, so the chilies, we can easily overwinter them in the ground. As you can see, the plants are still very productive and are still producing fruit, and it's even coming to winter now here in New Zealand, and they're still producing really well, and they still will continue to produce fruit for a long time. So the name of this pepper is called Rocoto pepper, and we are growing the red variety mainly, but there are also other varieties like the orange one. We do have one plant, but the red ones seem to be growing really well. They even produce really well in containers. Now these chilies are not like a normal capsicum. They are a little bit spicy. That's why they're sometimes called chilies or peppers. They're not really called capsicums. So beware and don't just eat them like a normal capsicum and in salads. If you live in a cooler climate and want to grow these types of peppers, you can always overwinter them. So you can, like, after the season, you can prune it hard. You can prune it back and then dig the plant out of the soil and then put it in a pot and then keep it somewhere warm, like in a greenhouse, or keep it inside your house. And by the time spring comes and the frosts have left, there are no more frosts around, you can take the pot and transplant the plant into the ground, and it should continue to grow and produce peppers for the next season. It seems to be quite a hardy plant as well, because last winter we did have a few frosts and we didn't even cover it with any blankets or anything, and they still pushed through and it was still fine. We didn't see much damage at all. They don't even need to be planted in full sun, because the one you see over here is planted in partial shade. We have this big bean plant covering like the afternoon sun. So it only gets around about 5 hours of sunlight per day, and it still seems to be doing really well. It's a great plant because you only need like one plant and that'll produce enough chilies for the whole season. These chilies or peppers, Rocoto peppers, these plants can live up to about 5 or 6 years. So it's a very good perennial plant to grow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and to comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.